What's up, fam? It's Nick here. I'm going to go over commissions today from Medicare Advantage. I'm going to talk a little bit about supplements, but mainly Medicare Advantage. That's what I mainly sell here in the Tampa market. I'm at the Aging Benefits Advisory. Hit the link below, subscribe and follow. So what are Medicare commissions? So mandatory commission right now across the board for Medicare Advantage is $286. So what does that break down? What does that mean? So that means that when you make a sale, if it's just a plan transfer, meaning they already have Medicare Advantage and you sell them a different idea or a different plan, then you'll make $286. That's the current commission. But that commission is paid as earned. So what does that mean? So you have 12 months in a year. Divide 286 by 12. It's like 2384. From there, you subtract every month that you're away from January 1 away from the total until you reach October. It's 10 months, it's AEP, but I'm going to get to that. So for example, say you sell the policy in February. Well, great. What does that look like? So that would be 286. I'm going to write it down. So I'll give you a nice clean page. I'll write it in this notebook. It would be 286 minus 2384. I'm gonna write it just like that. 286 minus 2384. And that would be your new level of commission. We'll call it $24 just for easy math. So that means the policy would be worth $262. So that's selling it in February. That's 1 month. And then as the months go on till you reach October, then you go into AEP. During AEP time, everything that you sell, the annual enrollment period, doesn't start until the next year. So 2022 plans, they roll over into 2023 plans. So from AEP, from that October 15th to December 7th, you won't get paid until January when the policies become active. And I know some of this seems very confusing, but basically the idea is accumulation. You want to have as many policies as you can on the books so that you have your renewal at its maximum amount. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Allergies are crazy today in Florida. So what does that mean? So the most important number we just talked about is 2384. That is the number. And you say, Nick, why is that number so important? Because that is the renewal amount per month that you get paid for every client that you have on the books. Why that's important is it makes things very easy math-wise. So I like to do everything based on the idea of 1,000. So you say, what does that mean? Well, if you have 1,000 clients, then you just multiply 1,000 times 2384, and you should get $23,840 some dollars per month. So if you can accumulate 1,000 clients, you can make about $24,000 a month at our current rate. Now, next season, next year, 2023, commissions go up. Instead of being 286, they're 301, which is amazing for us. That means that 1,000 clients could be worth $300,000, which is awesome. Now there's some extra monies in there that gets made, whether it's if you have a downline, you can make some override, or if you do the HRA, which is like the health risk assessment, that's something that every carrier has a version of that they pay you like a little bounty on. It's basically information about your clients. Normally that's an extra $50, and that's paid up front. The theory of that is to help you mitigate your cost, for your leads, and to help fund your marketing. They pay you for these things, and I think the limit on that is $100, but most of the carriers pay $50. So you get that up front. So that's how you need to look at it in kind of a tier down situation. What month did I sell the policy? How many months is that away from January? Until you hit October. Now there are plan switches you can do throughout the year, even during the AEP time, and have a start date, in that same year. You can do that. It all depends on the situation. I normally recommend, though, the better plan updates normally happen the next year. That's when you kind of want to sell them, but it all depends. Everybody's area is different. Every situation is different. Just remember, your commissions are as earned. Current commission right now is 286. It's going to go to 301. Now, some areas are different. So like New Jersey, I know, is one of the big ones that they pay a higher level of commission for Medicare Advantage than like my area in Florida and some of the others. I just like to use the standard because then I know I'm always making the base amount no matter where I'm calling or what I'm doing. So always, always, always remember that. It's paid as earned and it's a business of accumulation. So it doesn't matter what the upfront commission is. What matters is what's the renewal. That's what you're going for, like the renewal part. And right now, renewal is $23.84. So always think of that. Every client is worth about $24 a month. Doesn't sound like a lot, but they add up quickly. So I'm at 500 plus clients. That's a pretty awesome renewal. I'm over 100,000 in renewal. It's absolutely awesome. And then next year I'm gonna do it again, and it'll be even higher because my total amount is higher. So keep that in mind too. And then last things last, Medicare supplements. So Medicare supplements are based on percentage. So normally they pay you a percentage somewhere between, I would say between 12 and 25% commission, depending on what it is, where it is, there's the various conditions. Is it underwritten? Is it not? Is it guaranteed? There's a lot of different aspects. I don't sell a lot of supplements personally, but I know guys that do and they absolutely love it. Normally when you sell someone a supplement, you make that commission. So we'll say for easy numbers that the supplement costs $100 a month. Well, that's a $1,200 premium, and we'll say it's a 20% commission. So $1,200 in premium, 20% of that is going to be about $240. And then that would be your renewal for, normally it's a 6-year window. Again, they can all change. But for 6 years, you'd make that commission, and then at some point it would drop down or lower. It would go down in some fashion. So that's why a lot of guys like them. Supplements have a really high retention rate. Very few people switch out of their supplement unless they start getting very old. They get out of their commission window, and then guys don't follow up with them. There's a million reasons, but those normally are paid a little bit more like standard insurances, but still as an as earned, kind of window deal, you get paid the same thing, per month, just slightly different. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, subscribe below. You can reach out to me in DM. I tried my best to explain this. It's kind of a tricky topic with Medicare Advantage commissions because they're not paid like most standard insurances, and there's a few waiting periods like the annual enrollment. There's some times where they have to do the CMS true up. There's a bunch of things that can delay when that money comes, and every carrier pays at a different rate. Some carriers, you write the policy in a week, you're getting paid. Other carriers, I know I have one right now that they pay you the month after the policy comes to fruition. So that sounds really strange, but so for example, if you sold a policy in January, February 1st, the policy becomes active. Well, you wouldn't get paid on that policy until January 26th or 27th, which, and then depending if it's January, if they say, oh, we're going to pay on the 29th, well, that's great. January doesn't have 29 days, so they're going to pay you, in March. So and that's just specific carrier nuances. I'm not going to mention any names, but every carrier is different. Some pay very quickly, some wait. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Just keep that in mind when you're selling Medicare. It's a business of accumulation. And currently, commissions are going up for us, which is great. It's government mandated. Everybody pays the same street level commission. So it's pretty amazing. And that's part of the reason why our industry is starting to see some real growth, is because people want to sell Medicare. Because you can make, you have 1,000 clients, you can make a $300,000 income. It's not insane. 250 to 300,000 with 1,000 clients is pretty much par for the course, and that's pretty awesome considering you don't need anything other than the phone that I'm doing the video on. One of these guys is called a pen, a notebook, and I use an iPad just because I'm fancy. I know guys that still do paper apps, which is kind of insane. But get out there and sell something. Let me know if that clears up any questions for you.